Welcome to the MFG Advice Economic Update for December 2018. Global share markets continued volatility in October, November and into December, with investor concerns relating to the US-China trade dispute, US monetary policy and plunging oil prices. Europe focused largely on Brexit, the Italian-European Commission budget talks and the Paris protests, which have continued into December. The US Dow Jones lifted in early November after results in midterm elections met expectations. Democrats won control of the House of Representatives while Republicans continued to control the Senate. The US Federal Reserve left interest rates steady as expected. During the second half of November, global share markets retreated. The US Dow Jones fell 4 consecutive days to the 14th of November, losing 4.3%. This was largely relating to forecasts for the Apple iPhone shipments, declines ahead of the US Thanksgiving Day holiday, and falls in oil prices, which drove prices lower in energy sectors. In the final week of November, optimism about the US-China trade talks boosted investor sentiment, together with suggestions from the Federal Reserve that the central bank may pause the rate hiking cycle. In November, the Dow Jones rose by 1.7% and the S&P 500 lifted 1.8%. The US Nasdaq Composite edged up 0.3%. In Asia, Japan's Nikkei rebounded 2%, but the Australian ASX fell by 2.8%. In Europe, the German DAX lost 1.7% and the London FTSE declined by 2.1%. Domestically, just 4 of the 22 sub-industry sectors in Australia posted gains. The transport sector rose 2.9% from household and personal products, which were up 2.2%. Energy fell 10.4% and consumer durable and apparel fell 10.7%. The RBA continued to keep rates on hold at 1.5%, remaining unchanged since August 2016. RBA Governor Philip Rowe reported a good performance for the Australian economy over the past year, with GDP rising 3.4% and unemployment declining 5%, which is the lowest in 6 years. Forecasts for economic growth in 2019 have been revised up to 3.5%, but are expected to slow in 2020 with a reduction in resource exports. Sydney and Melbourne housing prices continue to ease, and inflation remains low at 1.9% over the past year. That sums up the MFG Advice Economic Update for December 2018. We wish you all a wonderful festive season, and as always, please speak with your MFG advisor before you make any changes to your investments.